So we got Chatty Zaddy back on the airways. I had to call you with the why don't call you. I know it's completely inappropriate because we're both married, right? But that's your nickname. They're not calling you Mr. Van Horn. They're saying Chatty Zaddy.
There are much worse nicknames, and there are much worse things. I've been called in court many things that are much worse than that. So I'm so happy to be back with you, Tasha K.
Thank you. I'm happy to have you back too. Are you getting Jason Momoa too? Do you get that?
When I went to Ireland, I just got that, believe it or not. When I was there, people were getting pictures with me. I was like, who do you think I am? They're like, Aquaman. I go, I appreciate it, but I'll get there one day.
If you were single, you could have used that to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? Want to hang out with Aquaman tonight, man?
I definitely would have played that up. No doubt. No doubt.
Tell your wife, don't be mad at me. Please. Listen.
Gabby loves you. She's a wino.
I love her too. Shout out to Gabby. Listen, we just got a client testimonial and I read it yesterday.
Are you kidding
Did you?
me? Another one?
Live. Yes, I was live yesterday because somebody because we have our private site, TashaKLive.com. And so they brag over there different. It's different than what they do on social media. They feel like they can, reach out and touch somebody. You know what I'm saying? Someone decided to share, I kid you not, and I read it yesterday during yesterday's live. Let me pull it up because Jasmine had to send it to me. Hold on. Jasmine, could you resend it to me real quick?
By the way, the winos have been the best clients, believe it or not. I know you believe that. Man, they come in and they're just so energetic. They're ready to get their fresh start. They come in and they're like, "Let's go, Chad. I watched you on this episode. I heard you could do this, and this, and this. We're gonna be done by Friday, right?" I was like, whoa, let's slow down a little bit. But
listen, best. Do you have my picture of me and you in the office?
I don't yet. I need to make that happen. Why is that not in here? That's a good point.
I need to be on the wall. I went through a lot in that office. You understand?
A lot of emotions, a lot of blood spilled in this at the office.
Yes, it was a lot of
we are getting that picture up.
Thank you. I need my picture so that wino's gonna be like, Tasha here, I'm here too. Right under the picture. You got it for me, Jasmine. Hold on for a second. All right. So she just sent it to me. So listen, a woman named Christina literally put her email that you sent her in the chat on the public display. And I asked her permission to share this publicly. And she was like, hell yeah, I'm debt free. That's exactly what she said. So it was like you had emailed her and said, great news. Hello, Christina. This is personally from you. I write you with some great news. You have received a discharge of your debt. Okay. We have, when you decided to file bankruptcy, it was hard and a tough decision. While I know it wasn't an easy one to make, today is a new day. And today you are financially free and able to rebuild your credit. And she goes, I am debt free. Thank you, Tasha K.
That is the best. That is the best.
Listen.
And what I love too is it shows that I'm invested in my clients. I'm invested in my winos. Man, I celebrate every victory with them. And that's a huge victory. And Tasha K, without you, that probably wouldn't have happened.
Listen, they are, because you know what? A lot of people, we're just afraid to have this conversation. And you got to see it. Sometimes I get dragged a little bit across social media. I know you ain't telling people to file bankruptcy, and I am. And I did. And what? You can sit up over there and stress, but I'm not. No, and neither are my people.
That's the best. Exactly. We at the end of the day, happiness is a really, really important thing that people don't strive for. They strive to keep their credit score, whatever. They strive to pay bills. But at the end of the day, it comes out of happiness. Be happy.
And that's exactly what it's about. Listen, we got another client testimonial. We're just bragging on you today. Lawrence, okay, he said, I never thought I'd see a day when I had a zero debt and perfect credit score. Okay. The process wasn't always easy, but with the right plan and support, I took control of my money instead of letting it control me. Now I feel unstoppable. Okay. Chad, you did that.
Life-changing. And Lawrence, I was on a couple-year journey. He actually a high income earner, but had a ton of debt, was paying like 30% interest on credit cards. And was wasting money. We put a budget together for him. He got all the debt paid off. and now he's taking vacations with his family. He's living life. He got an 850 credit score, 850, perfect. It's unbelievable. And I think when I met him, he was in the sixes or maybe fives even. And just a couple, it honestly wasn't that heavy of a lift from my side because he did the real work. I just provided with a little guidance. A few years later, 850 credit score, going on vacations, actually many more vacations than I ever go to because I like to work actually. But I'm so happy for him and his family. I just, his whole being and attitude changed because not having to pay that interest every month and the money that you make, actually keeping it is just a great feeling and be able to use it on your family.
And that's what it was about. Tell us literally, like, what were some of the things that you did for Lawrence's case?
So part of this, there's a big mental aspect to debt in general. So when you're paying off debt, and this wasn't a bankruptcy strategy, this was basically getting your debt paid off.
So he didn't file bankruptcy.
He did not file bankruptcy.
He just called you and you put together a plan.
Correct.
Damn,
correct.
Chad.
So
I should have had you as my lawyer in the first case. You need a strong negotiator, and you are that. I got to give that to you.
Oh, I appreciate it. I have some different tactics than other lawyers, as you've seen.
Yes.
But also it's prioritizing. So what we did with him is what's called the snowball approach versus the avalanche approach. The snowball approach is you reach out to the smallest creditors that you have, and you pay those off first. So you try to reduce the interest rate, get those paid off first, because those small victories mentally make you feel better. It's like going to the gym, right? It's like, okay, today I walked a lap. Tomorrow I walk 2 laps. You get those victories, and you want to do more. You're like, okay, all right, I lost a pound. Now I want to lose 5 pounds. Now I want to lose 10 pounds. Same thing happens with debt. So if you get that one balance paid off that's been there for a year bothering you, you want to get the second one paid off. Then you want to get the third one paid off. And I'm telling you, this guy, he took it so serious. Like, he's just texting me every time he gets, hey, paid off another one. Hey, paid off another. I'm like, my man. And then he's like, credit score's over 700. Credit score's over 800. Credit score's better than yours. I was like, oh, okay, now we're getting a little too far.
No, you know they're going to be in your DM tonight. You know they're going to be in your DM tonight. They ain't even going to email you, Chad. They're just going to slide into the DM. Hey, can you use that snowball effect on me?
Man, you're killing me, Tasha.
Listen. I'm so glad that you even because a lot of people just think that you just only do bankruptcy, but like Chad, you are. How can I put it? You're like, I don't know. You're like that third person in a marriage that people need. Or whatever situation that you're in, like if you're in a situation, there always needs to be a third person sitting at the table. And it's somebody like you that can really just truly analyze it and come up with an idea. Because I'll never forget like the ideas that you came up with for me throughout. And you was like, I could do this. And I remember when the other side was like, I need this. And he was like, all right, give me a second and I'm going to figure out how to get that. And then you put a plan together that made sense and everybody was happy. And you did it without getting an attitude, being nasty, calling the other side names. You know what I'm saying? Like you really held it like to a professional standard. And our judge loved you. Like our judge he loved you because you was like, listen, he come up here yelling today. But he never once disrespected you or yelled at you. He you know what I'm saying? And that means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? That a judge actually respects my lawyer, because a lot of people get lawyers and they don't know the type of relationships that they have with these judges, but you knew the judges. But go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, it's having that independent voice. And the first thing, everything's built around trust. And I don't want any clients to hire me that don't trust me, because it's just not going to work out at the end of the day, because I'll give you advice, but if you don't trust me, it's never going to work out because you're not going to take the advice. So first, you got to build that rapport. You got to build that trust, which luckily you and I had that from very, very early, I believe. And then from there, and from there, you were honest
with me. You didn't sell me no dreams. I was sold dreams before it and drowned. So go ahead.
Yeah, yes. and that's having that independent voice where you take the emotion out of the situation, because people are very emotional about their credit score, about their debt. It's a very emotional thing, and you take that emotion out. You put a plan together. You say, hey, if we execute on this plan, this is where you're going to be in 6 months. This is where you're going to be in a year. And when they have that trust, they have that plan, they move forward, they see the results, it all works out. And then luckily at the end, everybody's happy.
I love that. I love that. Right now, you know what? I know we had some other stuff that we were going to discuss, but we're going to have you back here next Thursday as well too. So what I want to focus on right now, because a lot of people are going through, I just had somebody email me the other day and was like, hey, Tasha, I want to reach out to Chad. I'm a federal worker. I'm literally in debt and, my pay is frozen right now. I don't know when I'm going to get paid again. What are my options? So I don't know, like, what's, and I know a lot of people are suffering right now that are working for the federal government because of the shutdown. Of course, the Republicans are blaming it on the Democrats and vice versa and everything. But at the end of the day, people are hungry. They need to get paid. And I believe I just saw TSA offering like a free meal once a day and 2 extra breaks, even though they're all working for no pay. And I don't even think they get back pay, do they?
Well, they actually get back pay. So from what I understand and from what I'm told from my friends that work, if you are still working, you are going to get paid. So the government's going to fund eventually, I think. I mean, it always has, but we're in unprecedented times. But if you've been furloughed and you're not working, that's where it gets a little dicey. And from what I understand, you may not get the back pay depending on what comes from it. So unfortunately, over 40% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. So if you miss a paycheck, that means you're missing a credit card payment, maybe a rent payment, maybe a mortgage payment. So what I'm encouraging everybody to do is, since we are in somewhat unprecedented times, even though we've had shutdowns before, this is a longer shutdown than we're used to. Reach out to those parties, reach out to your mortgage company, reach out to your landlord, let them know that the money is coming and it truly is. Show them the proof, because unfortunately they did receive an email of what's going on and that they've been furloughed. And when that money comes in, obviously you can get caught up. I know some of the larger banks, I think Bank of America, Wells Fargo, are offering forbearance during this time. So you just got to reach out. You have to be proactive. If you're not proactive, you're going to be taken advantage of. Obviously, if you were behind in debt anyway, you should be reaching out to somebody like me. Luckily, we have a network of attorneys nationwide now that are willing to help people with free consultations. And I personally will meet with any wino, because, again, they're my favorite audience to talk to.
That's right. Teddy asked if he could get an appointment. Teddy said, can he get an appointment?
No doubt.
Teddy has a thing. He likes to spend his money on white women. So, he's a black teddy bear. And for that, it causes him financial instability because he doesn't know how to handle all this fame and these groupies and stuff. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, there's millions of people that have been impacted by this. So if you're one of those millions of people, you're not alone. There's definitely a way out of this. Hopefully the funding comes through sooner than later, because using people's lives as pawns, as political pawns, obviously is not the way to go. And hopefully this gets resolved quickly. But if you are falling behind, your first step is reach out to all your creditors, reach out to your landlord, reach out to people you can't pay. Let them know money is on the way. We just don't know when. And then if it gets really bad and if you truly just can't pay your debt, you should be reaching out to me, and then I'll hook you up. If you're in my jurisdiction, I'll make sure you're taken care of. If you need somebody nationwide, we got you as well.
I love that. And new website too. Let's hold on. Say it.
Let's fix debt.com.
Let's fix debt.com. Okay. I just got this a second ago.
Brand new website, and it's with all my partners nationwide. I wanted to make sure the winos got first class service, and they can reach out to me directly, chad@cvhlawgroup.com, and I'll direct them to somebody. But the easiest way is let'sfixdebt.com, and let's just get that debt fixed and be done with it.
And we're going to have that website. It should be rolling here right now, like at the bottom, with your phone number in case, but you still want them to go through that website. And y'all need to say that Tasha K referred y'all, especially if you heard it from here. Don't play with me.
You're number one on the referral list too. So it automates to Tasha K, because the winos are the ones that call the most.
I love it. I love it. Yes, sir. Yeah. Let'sfixdebt.com. I don't know why it's a tongue tie for me. I don't know, but we're going to get it. Okay. Let'sfixdebt.com. Real quick. I had a question because, there's a few other content creators that are in huge positions like myself that are getting sued. And one that I've watched and one that really gave me a lot of hope, even though especially in my career. A lot of people don't know how influential Alex Jones played in my decision making when it came to my career on, what decisions to make and what direction to go in. And, he ended up getting a substantial judgment against him in the billions, right? And I said, here, people are crying over $4 million for me. I'm like, shoot, I would take this any day over billions of dollars. And they did that, in my opinion, to strategically bankrupt him, thinking that he wouldn't be able to make news anymore. Okay. But his company, even though he's been deleted from YouTube, it was deleted from Facebook, his website has millions of viewers that watch him and pay for his content. Of course, he's not getting all the other push, but X is supporting him. But he filed bankruptcy after his enormous judgment that is non-dischargeable. And due to some things that he had said about, some parents and some kids and stuff like that, rest in peace to the kids. But he recently had to file bankruptcy to control it because they were trying to basically just shut him down. Like, he wouldn't be able to pay the billions of dollars, shut him down. He is still open for business to this day. He went from a chapter 11 to a voluntary chapter 7, something you did not want me to go under. You was like, Tasha, we're not going under chapter 7. I don't give a damn. I said, well, Alex Jones is doing it. You were like, no, we're not doing that. We good here. We're going to keep to this chapter 11, subchapter 5. How the hell is Alex Jones still in business to this day? Oh, and billions of dollars in debt?
So $1.4 billion was the judgment. And initially, back in 2022, the parent company of InfoWars filed for Chapter 11 to try to reorganize. That didn't work out because the judgment was against the parent company as well as Alex Jones personally. So then Alex Jones personally filed Chapter 11. That didn't work out. I don't know if you saw, there was actually a proposed sale to The Onion.
Yes, they were going to change it into a parody channel or something, but they used credit to bid on it, and the judge kicked it back. I think that's what happened. I don't know.
Look at you. You know this stuff better than I do. So the allegations were that there were insider creditors where they were trumping up their claims. So basically, if you're in bankruptcy, if you have the majority of the claims supporting you, you can do well in bankruptcy. So supposedly there were a lot of insiders that came in, and The Onion was going to take over, and then there's going to be a side deal with Alex Jones, and the judge saw through that. So that didn't happen, but it would have brought in a few $1 million that could have gone to the victims. See, this is the problem with the Chapter 7 that we are right now. Recent news within the last week, the Chapter 7 trustee abandoned any interest in the parent company, saying it has no value. So if you would have accepted the $7 million or whatever the number was that came in, the creditors would have actually gotten something. Now, there's really nothing being liquidated. So the only way that these creditors can get money is if Alex Jones actually makes money, because then they can garnish, then they can come up with some sort of settlement. Obviously, paying off $1.4 billion is probably never going to happen. But if you truly are a victim and you get a judgment and it's a non-dischargeable judgment, sometimes some money is better than no money, right? You want to see real cash and real dollars that went through. And I think this has been going on for a decade plus at this point. It's been going on for a really, really long time. Yeah, because
it was since 2012. This was at the beginning of my radio career is when all this happened with him.
Yeah, so it's really sad across the board. Obviously, there's a company that's still operating. There's revenue that's coming in. But when you have a $1.4 billion non-dischargeable judgment, if there's not an agreement with the creditors, it always encourages individuals that have that judgment against them to really never acquire assets and never have a true income. And, are wealthy always figure out ways to find ways around having an income and having, these tax havens and different things. So I'm not exactly sure what's happening on that end. Obviously, he's still operating. I've seen some recent interviews with interesting people. Mm-hmm. And he's still getting viewership. So I think it would be better if all the parties came together and actually came away with a plan where the judgment holders could get compensation. But as of right now, they abandoned the asset. So they abandoned the company that owns InfoWars, meaning that there's not a value to it. and there's no
so
agreement.
He's free to make content, pretty much. Like there's nothing.
He's free to make content, and the judgment holders are free to try to collect. So it's it's the wild wild west. Basically, they're going to try to hunt down whatever money or assets that he has, and it's going to be his. I'm sure that he's coming up with ways to not have income or not have assets in his name. So it's really not good for anybody.
I feel like the judge did those people a disservice because, when all those victims, I don't know if they paid their lawyers and stuff, actually went after Alex Jones and then he awarded them $1 billion. It's like, yeah, it sounds great. It sounds enormous. It makes you feel good. But at the end of the day, are you going to be able to collect that? And so it really leaves those alleged victims, in my opinion, just back at square one. Like all of this was a media circus to make it sound like you did something, but in reality, what did you really do? Because he's still doing him with his company. Nobody wants to buy it, and he moved to Malaysia right now in Stream Live. It ain't shit they can do about it. They've already tried to delete him from the internet, but they can't because he owns his domain. They have tried everything to put him out of business, and that's why I said if Alex Jones can do it, Tasha K can do it. God damn it!
Yeah, and obviously with situations like that, and situations that we've seen, it sometimes isn't about the money, right? It's truly vengeance, and they want somebody, like in some cases they want them dead, and that's when the lawyer has to step in and say, look, these legal proceedings, that's not what it's about. And especially when you go into bankruptcy, it's really about coming to a fair result and working out what that fair result would really look at based on numbers. We try to take the emotion out of it. Obviously, many of the situations that we get involved, I'm always the last of the party. People come to me after they've had the long drawn out battles. So I'm the one that has to, again, take the emotion out from both sides. My client's very emotional, and usually the other side is, especially if it's been years or a decade plus, to figure out, okay, now we're talking numbers. What numbers can we work out and move forward with?
I love that. Yeah, because like I said, there's a lot of content creators and what's so funny is like everyone thought that it was like over for me, over for Alex, and we're still here. And so I think in some sense it's given the content creators this fire to be like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Even Candice Owens being sued by I said, now if that ain't no damn publicity, they have made that girl international. She was already big, right? They have made her bigger. The fact that the president of France has sued that lady, all because she said she was trans. All I would have did as the president of France, I would have been like, excuse me, during one live conference, I would have pulled up my dress and would be like, do you see a coochie? You see a coochie? Okay, boom. We would have been done. But the fact that they gave that would have killed Candace's credibility if that's what they were trying to do. But the fact that they're trying to submit DNA under a court makes me feel like they're trying to hide some shit. Like, I just don't know.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of not punching down. And I feel like if you are in a leadership position of a major country like France, you probably should not be messing with Candace Owens. That's just my personal view.
Posting on YouTube blogger, she doesn't even have a degree in the shit. She's doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, so like, stay in your lane. Basically, is the way I look at it. It's like, look, I'm doing this thing. I'm part of running a country, and
you're busy.
And yeah, I'm busy doing serious things, and you're out there commenting on things that are happening. And whatever your opinion is your opinion. But I agree. If we're getting into DNA testing, then all of a sudden I'm questioning everything.
Exactly. Like, why do we have to do this? Just put the shit on the tape. Why do you need this sealed under court? Like, what the hell are you trying to do? Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, and I believe it had to do with her husband. Her slapping the hell out of her husband, and the cameras had caught that. The president Emmanuel Macron, and yeah, but Candace says that they're trying to bankrupt her. She says she went to a few lawyers, and they gave her an estimate of what it would cost to fight them. And it would be around $5 to $10 million. And she was like, we don't have that money. And people are thinking like, Candice has billions of dollars. I was like, y'all see us with these views, and it's like, we're living the same way y'all living. If we don't go live, we don't get paid. And they're saying because her husband is white, somehow that just because he's white means he's rich, right? For a black woman, she done came up. That's the conversation, Chad.
Well, tell her to give me a call. I probably could do it for less than $1 million.
I'm gonna tell her. Like I told her to bankrupt the shit right now. Why are you trying to fight it? Fuck fighting them. Tell them to use their state funds that are supposed to go to their people because their citizens are paying for that shit. Go feed them. Don't y'all got protests going down there? You worried about this lady got a coochie or not? Like, oh my God. Like, I'm sorry, Chad. Like,
wait. Let me check my. I need to check my notes on this subject. I didn't see this on the rundown.
The coochie part. Look. No, I'm sorry. I took it the other way. My bad, Chad. My bad. I'll bring it home. I'm sorry. But yeah, she was crying, saying they were trying to bankrupt her. And I'm like Candace, I know the game now. I promise you, if the federal government trying to come after me, suing me for some bullshit or a bit, Chad, re-bankrupt this because I could file another bankruptcy in bankruptcy.
That's true. It is true. That's the thing.
And I will still be talking my shit in the car. Listen, no, but Chad, real quick, because we've been at this. Oh man, it's been a while. Listen, let's fix debt.com. What are the winos going to be getting with this new website? How much access are they going to be getting to you?
We make this so easy. So this is a personal curated list of attorneys nationwide that are willing to help you. If you're in my jurisdiction, I'm going to work with you directly. If you're not in my jurisdiction and you want to talk to me, I'm going to make sure that we put you in the best situation. So we've been working on this for a long time to put it together for the winos. This was actually created for the winos because the first time I was on your show, the phones blew up and my team was like, what the hell did you just do?
You like, get to work. That's what I did. You did a check, right? Look.
Exactly. So I wanted to create a site where we made sure that we made sure all the winos were taken care of. You go to the site, you put in basic information. It takes less than 1 minute to fill out the basic information. It hooks you up with an attorney that can help you. Obviously, you can still call me. You can still email me. But I wanted to make sure all the winos were taken care of. And you didn't shut down my phone lines again, most importantly. But no, I want to make sure all the winos are taken care of. Let'sfixdebt.com is live and ready right now to hook you up with a local attorney.
All right, I love it. Chad Van Horn, we will see you here next Thursday. And I can't wait to hear whose life you have saved, whose blood pressure you have decreased. And and much more. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Tasha K. Again, my favorite part of the week. Can't wait to see you next week.
Anytime. And please, I know your wife is pregnant. Give us the registry. I'm sure the winos will take care of that whole thing.
And man, Gabby has about 11,000 things on that registry, so I need the help.
We got it. Women to women, we got it. Just give us the list. I'ma post it. We got it, okay?
And we got the gender reveal coming up in a week too. So are you team boy or you team girl?
Wait. What
team
you
boy
want?
Or team girl?
What you want?
I want a healthy baby. Come on, you know me. I'm simple.
Okay. I can see you as a girl dad though. You're gonna be a girl dad.
I'm hearing
it's
that
all
a lot.
over you. It's all over you. All right. Thank you so much, Chad. Now we gotta go for now. Let'sfixdebt.com. Chad Van Horn. All right, we out.